We had some technical difficulty. You know how that is. Some bad storm somewhere, and that's what happened. So, Sensei, you were telling us that you wanted to go further in your coaching and also may do a more spiritual based book and modality for that manifestation, that 10th degree. You want to put it together with some of the law of attraction and all that.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed in my coaching, people see better results if they've gone through the Reiki program, and I really give credit to the attunements on that, because when you go through the Reiki attunement, you're awakening centers in your spiritual being that allow you to see the world in a new light, where you're allowing you're becoming more intuitive. Basically, it really awakens your intuition, and that's something business leaders need. You need a sixth sense to run a successful business in this world. And if your third eye is closed in business, you're going to fail. That's just not right. The truth, So we need to, as business leaders, we have to have our third eye functioning properly. And so if a business leader were to come to me, an executive, and doesn't go through the Reiki program, but then another business leader comes to me and goes through the Reiki program and goes through the whole 10th degrees, the one that goes through the Reiki program is going to see 10 to 100 times better results than the one that didn't, because now they've really awakened up their energy centers and they see the world vivid, and that's what we want. We want to get the best results possible. And so through the coaching now, we want to combine everything and to make it one massive results program.
Right. Okay. And now you were also saying that there were other books that you have written besides.
Yes, the two fictional sagas, which is the Reiki Master, and then the Homebuilder is the other one.
Okay.
The Homebuilder is the latest one. It came out last November, and it's an adventure. That one's an adventure. It takes things in a whole new light, and it shows how to focus your energies to manifest your biggest dreams. It really teaches someone how to think big, how by following the story of the character Steve Gray, where he had been struggling his whole life in dead-end jobs and could never get anywhere really. And when he started thinking in a whole different way, his life just totally turned upside down in a good way, to where he basically inherits a $1 billion company, and it just takes him to other parts of the world, and he's running this massive project, and the story gets very interesting. I'll just leave it up to the readers to discover it on their own.
Good, and they could go right to your Amazon author page, which we have on the screen, and we'll have also on the chapter on the caption when we post this up. So you were the way to contact you is through your website, correct?
Yeah, it's senseijoe.com. I have everything basically available there. Whether it's if you want to do the video program, you want to do live training, you can enroll in live training for Reiki there. And then I also have a coaching program available through there. The coaching program is just it's a 12-week program where it's one coaching session, 1 hour a week, and plus you get a 15-minute laser call in between to just keep you on track. So.
Right. Okay. Sounds very good. So they could look for everything that you offer there.
Also there is a list of Right-Hand Path Reiki instructors. So there's a Grandmaster page.
Mm-hmm.
Someone looking for actual Right-Hand Path Reiki practitioner in their area, they'll just check the list there, and you'll find somebody hopefully nearby. And if you don't have somebody nearby and you'd like to become a Right-Hand Path Reiki practitioner or Grandmaster, by all means, we're here to get you started.
There you go. And now, do you have the option of people taking the course, say, video, and then scheduling the attunements with you personally?
Everything's possible, if just simply by contacting me, whatever. I mean, a lot of people have taken the original 3-level Reiki, the Reiki masters,
Right.
and so they just want the attunements, or they want to learn the 4th to 10th degree.
Right.
The beginning part of it, I mean, it is better if you start from the beginning, because you remove the old programming of using both hands, so you're gonna be trained from the beginning how to use just your right hand and only using the hand locations at the chakras.
Right.
So if you've already been doing Reiki for several years, it's best if you do go through the beginning parts of it, so you can just reprogram your training to this new path.
Okay. And now you said that you're doing also construction now, or building houses, and
I do have a construction company. Right now we're doing new home construction and remodeling. And eventually I want to start doing some spec homes, so putting some of my own designs together and making those homes available. Right now we're doing basically custom jobs.
So at this point, you're looking to start channeling your own designs. And
I mean, I work with designers. There's some interior designers that I work with for remodeling, and there's other designers and architects that I work with for new home construction.
Right. And how do you use Reiki there?
Reiki there would be energies where we kind of, I like, well, when I go into a home, I like to cleanse the area of my workspace. And I heard several paranormal type of experiences from people when they buy new houses, especially in South Texas. In South Texas, have you heard of the Alamo and all that type of stuff? So these lands here in the Rio Grande Valley were actually marked through soldiers and the Spanish soldiers coming up to San Antonio and all that. So there's battlegrounds here in Brownsville. We got the Palo Alto battlefield just a few miles down the road that way, and so there's a lot of strange paranormal events that happened 100 years ago and more, and so we don't know, but we buy a home and not thinking of this, and people think you buy a new home, nobody's died in it. No, we don't know what's underneath the ground.
Right.
And if you happen to be building your house and living on top of an ancient battlefield, who knows what paranormal kind of experiences you could experience in that house. So I don't normally do that publicly, but when I'm building a house, I'm doing my prayers and cleansing the area. So I'm making sure spiritual things that shouldn't be there, helping those get on their way to move along. So.
Well, I'm sure it also helps your workers and yourself to have everything run smoother.
True. Yeah, you want a good atmosphere to be working in. Try to minimize accidents and things of that nature. But there's a lot of room for error and a lot of dangers in construction. We want to make the workplace very safe and of course workable for everybody and enjoyable.
Okay. Well, we have about 5 minutes left or so. Is there anything that you want to talk about that we didn't get a chance to?
Uh, Basically, I like to invite people to, if you haven't experienced Reiki before, go find go experience both kinds of Reiki, the traditional Reiki, and then find someone that knows how to practice a certified and right-hand path Reiki. So you can put the two together and decide for yourself which you like better. It's the best way. I mean, I can, just because I'm the founder, I'm going to talk good about it, but I want people to really experience it for themselves to see what they think is shows more results and which is a safer method of Reiki.
Right.
And also look at the book, study the book. If you're interested in becoming a Reiki master, grandmaster, read the books and study that. Take the video course. Sign up for a live course with me. Right now, I'm located in Edinburg, Texas. If you can make the trip down here, it'd be great. I'm here to teach you. Maybe one day I'll be able to do tours where I can go to different cities and do group trainings in different cities. I haven't reached that point yet, but that's on my bucket list. So I've had several invitations. I've got a very good friend and Reiki Grandmaster down in South Africa, Heidi Mateus. If you don't know her, if you're in South Africa, she's a wonderful person. Go get a Reiki session from her. She's incredible. She's invited me to go down there. I'd love to hold a class down there. That'd be interesting. Yeah. And Romania, there's Altea Julia out there. She's a wonderful person too. She's been with the program since it started. So Romania is a place I always wanted to travel. So maybe one day go out there and maybe put a class together. And,
yeah.
A lot of different places I'd like to go visit, and it's the video class gets everywhere, but I mean you can learn only so much from the video. I mean it's a condensed version of the class, and the attunement that I offer is a distant attunement versus the live attunement. Of course, you're gonna get much more results from an actual hands-on live attunement than you would a distant attunement. So if you can get the live training from a actual in-person master, that's really the way to learn Reiki. The hands-on approach.
Well, that's because the person is actually more open to it at that moment, because it's all the whole initiation, and they're in the right atmosphere and all that. You have to schedule. If you don't schedule and you don't make the effort, it's up to the person. So. Well, is there anything else that you want to cover? We have a couple of minutes, and
well, I'd like to thank you for inviting me on the show today. It's been a great honor. You and Larry and Matt in the background there. It's I'm really grateful for you to have me on there and be able to spread the word of Right-Hand Path Reiki.
I'm blessed. We're blessed that you were able to be here.
How young do people have to be, or old do people have to be to take Right-Hand Path Reiki?
My youngest student has been 5 years old, and it kind of happened by accident. I had a young mother that would visit me from Monterrey. She'd drive up from Monterrey, Mexico, about once a month to get Reiki sessions. And she had a little boy. He was a real quiet little boy, and she said that he used to be bullied in school, and he just was his grades were really poor. And so I just had the divine intuition of what needed to be done, and I gave him a Reiki session. I gave him a Reiki first degree attunement. Just the attunement, again, was an actual official certificate. I saw him about 6 months later. The little boy's just completely different. He's just alive and just full of joy. And the mother's telling me he's got just numerous friends. His life just turned around. It was just a real life-changing event to get the Reiki attunement for him.
So you have practitioners that work with children?
There are some practitioners that work with children. I work with children, so You know, when you deal with children, always be sure that there's someone, a guardian of 18 or older with them. Never work with them alone. You know, you don't want to get into any type of trouble and all that stuff. So.
Right. Well, thank you again for being here. Please hold for a minute. I just want to thank the audience for coming back to us and watching our shows week after week. We apologize. Technology somehow did something, and but we're back. And of course, if you have any questions for Sensei, you can just go to his website, and you can find everything you need there. And again, thank you. God bless. We love you. Bye.